tires, all the rear
Yep.
shims.
Okay.
The fronts are normal.
Yep.
It's got about 1 inch of shim in this one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So, what's the verdict?
Passed with flying colors, alignment's all done. Our alignment guy, Ira, he said the rear was actually the easy part because I just transferred the shims over that were there previously. That's the toe-in, that's good, so we just adjusted the camber. The front was a little more difficult. The upper control arm is what basically controls it with shims.
Yeah, and it was so worn out before.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
good. Drives great, steering wheel's straight. It's awesome.
All right, great. So good news from Ira.
Yep.
While you were picking that up, the new wheels and tires showed
see
up.
that.
We can put the new rollers on, and then we can actually drive this thing and see what we got.
Yep, and our list is getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Awesome. All right, well, let's get to the wheels and tires
All right.
and see what we got.
You grab those, I'll get it on the lift.
Sounds good. We just got a big boost of energy that we really needed because our new wheels and tires just showed up. We've mentioned before that Hemmings has partnered with Cokertire on this Corvette project, so of course we're looking to them for new rollers. The tires on the car look okay, but they coated out to be at least 20 years old. This is also a great opportunity for us to use Coker's new Firestone wide oval radials. Now, if you guys remember, back in the 70s, Firestone came out with the wide oval bias ply tires. They were actually optional on this Corvette. Coker now has radial tires that look very similar to the originals, but they're a true radial carcass, and we've used these on our 69 Chevelle. They actually ride and drive really well. Coker also hooked us up because we are running out of time on this deal, so they offered to send them mounted to brand new 15x8 rally wheels, which Coker also offers. These are mounted and balanced. They're ready to put on the car. You can order tire packages this way as well if that's what you're looking for. Now, we've got F70s here. They're FR70s technically because they are radials. That's the factory tire size for this Corvette, but Coker is now offering wide oval 60s, and they've added some new larger sizes. They'll be available by the time you see this. This is going to fit our car just like it did back in 1972, and it should drive great. So we're going to get these on the car next. Big news on this car is that you could be its next owner. The Corvette's going to be part of a giveaway going on all summer. You can read about all the details on hemmings.com/Corvette giveaway. The Cokertire website will also have all the details on the giveaway. There's no purchase required to enter, but you do have to get your entries in by September 1st. We haven't talked a lot about the interior on this Corvette, and there's really not a lot to discuss there. The exception is the seat covers. They're both kind of torn up. I know they don't look too bad. This is one of the originals here, but if you look down here, The whole bottom is torn on the seams, and so we knew we were going to have to clean that up. Corvette Central set us up with a set of brand new reproduction seat covers that have the exact same comfort weave material. The color is the same, and actually Junior is already well into this project. He's already recovered that seat. And if it looks like they're not quite the same color here, that's because when we took the old ones apart, the places that were covered up do look like the color of the new seat covers. So they did a really nice job on the replacements. We're going to tear into this one now, and you can follow along, and we'll show you some tips along the way, and hopefully it won't take too long.
All right, I'm going to take the seat catch, seat limiter. I think it's a catch. I'm going with catch. And the seat catches on these are very unique. It's just a spring steel that goes up to the latch up here, so when you close it, it locks that in. When you push the button, now you can fold the seat forward. And that's all it is. I think the pivot bolt here has a little bit of natural Loctite, also known as cross-threading. So I'm going to pull the slides off here to get a look at it. Thank you. These are a very specific shouldered bolt for this application. It actually looks like it's bent. Now I just have to break all the glue loose and peel it off the frame. And then I have to separate the cover from the foam. And the pleats, you can see how they're pushed down. So they actually have wire that goes through the foam into these wires back here. So those need to all be undone. Oh, some of them are broken. And then the vinyl can come off the foam. Just need a seat bottom. Interstage left.
Ta-da! Yeah, these are really nice.
They are.
They did a nice job with these, and they look very similar to what we took off, so just not torn. So they're pretty heavy. They have just about everything you need, but I think you do need to transfer the listing wires over.
These, which actually hold these pleats or whatever down in the foam, so those will need to be transferred over. And yeah, a little bit of wrestling and make some wire for those, because all these ones are basically just corroded.
Oh, okay.
From the seat being ripped and moisture got in and destroyed them all. But thankfully we have the wires, so I can make the rest.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
All right. And you've got a nice little pocket there to slide these up in. They are all even. I'll line it up with the center one. There we go. Bottom's done. Now to do the top part, and that's definitely far more challenging. Round two. Ding, ding.
Explain to the folks at home what the Corvette tax is, Junior.
The Corvette tax, even though it's a GM vehicle, it's Corvette. Everything is just a little bit different, and generally just a little bit harder. So we jokingly call it the Corvette tax. There you go, one Corvette seat structure. Pretty simple. All right, last piece. Slide this on here, a couple of screws, and then assemble the two top and bottom. All right, just got to tighten up the last two bolts. Seats are done. We can install those in the car, and then we're going to move on to chrome.
Be good at this, but
Yeah, it's not hitting the limiter, so I can only assume that's the issue.
when we got the Corvette, there was zero action on the headlight doors, and that's pretty common on these cars. It all works with vacuum, and they're prone to leaks. Headlight actuators up front, one for each door, are what opens and closes the doors, and it's common for these to have a problem. You can buy brand new actuators, but Junior spent some time with a vacuum pump trying to diagnose the system, and it seemed like the diaphragms in the actuators was okay. However, there are seals on the outside of these, and those seals go bad. It's common. They seal to the shaft that connects it to the headlight door. But you can buy a seal kit very cheaply, like 20, 30 bucks. And they're fairly easy to swap out. You can see the dust boot on this one is just baked and tore apart. One of the trouble areas is this clevis, which can be rusted to the shaft. We were happy to find that ours just threaded right off. Again, thankful for our Texas car. I've seen people online apply a little heat and a little penetrating oil to get these off. So you unscrew the clevis, and if it ever comes off, slide the boot off. Then the seal is in here, and I can see that mine is torn wide open. I don't even have to take it out to see that it's trashed. So the step next is to pop off this ring, pull out the old seal, new seal slides in. Kit comes with a new retainer ring. That will go right on there, and then a fresh dust boot, and then all should be well. So we'll give that a rebuild. Junior already did his. He's putting it back on the car. We'll freshen this one up and put them back in, and hopefully we're going to have headlight doors. All the petrified rubber from the old one is still there. Okay, so with the new seal in place, we can do a little test. You put your thumb over on the side where the studs are and try to push, and it shouldn't go. And if it doesn't go, like this one's not going, the diaphragm should be in good shape. Other test is you can push it in on the other side, put your finger on it, and then try to pull it out. I can't pull it out, that's good. So then we just take the new clamp and put it over the seal, and we have to crimp the ends over, and then the dust boot clips over this, and then we're done. Okay, the headlight actuators are back in. We're gonna bring the car down and start it up and see if all this stuff actually works on its own now. If that checks out, the next is chrome for the front end. We got some brand new grills from Zip that we're gonna put in.
One's lazy.
The one on my side lags going
Okay.
up and down, but it does work.
It's a Corvette thing.
Yeah.
They do that.
Most of the work we've been doing to the Corvette to this point has been mechanical, replacing worn out stuff underneath and in the engine bay. But we are going to do some cosmetic upgrades, and we're going to start back here because these bumpers are really kind of rough. The plating's peeling off of this one. It's actually rusted underneath. That one's only slightly better. So we ordered a new set. These came from Corvette Central. They're really nice. The plating looks great. Also back here, I'm going to put in a set of fresh lenses. Our old ones are okay, but there's some crazing in the reverse lights. They're kind of dull, and a fresh set of lenses just kind of is a good way to sharpen up an old car you're trying to refresh. So we're going to jump in and get these parts going and hopefully spruce up the back of the car here. Initial impressions are good. The grills on Corvettes from 70 to 72 all have this egg crate, and it's actually a die-cast piece of metal that's then chrome plated. And the ones in our car are all corroded and the chrome is peeling off, so we're going to replace them. We got a brand new set from Zip. These are also die-cast metal with nice plating. They look really sharp. And we got a set of brand new lenses to top it off. So we're going to get these out of here and put the new ones in, and hopefully that will spruce up the front end of the car. A little housekeeping from the last time somebody painted this thing, and didn't bother to tape these off. New grills are in, they look awesome. New parking lights are installed. It wasn't hard except that my OCD kicked in and we had to clean the paint off of these black shields that are behind the grill that cover the headlights. That got oversprayed many years ago when the car was painted, but it was worth doing because it really looks great now. Got one little piece of chrome left to do in the back, and that'll be our cherry on top. When we're doing the chrome up front, we noticed that there was a brand new cross flag emblem on the nose from the guy before us. We can't leave an old one out back here, so we got a brand new one for the fuel door. Just gonna swap that out. That's gonna be our cherry on top for our external sprucing of our 72 Corvette. This car is going to be part of a giveaway that's going to go on all summer. You can get all the details at hemmings.com/Corvette giveaway. There's no purchase required, but you do have to get your entries in by September 1st.
All right, so our door here, our felts on our door are kind of had enough. So Corvette Central sent us some new felts to put in here, but I need to pull the door panel off to get in there because there's a lot of little screws down along in there. And we also have a passenger door mirror to put on this, so what better time to do it when the door is all apart. stainless and what's left of the window felt. It's setting the adjustment length from the handle to the latch. We're almost there. Turn that in 2 more. Now you can see the handle opens much, much more than it did before. And that'll make it much easier to put the door card back on. Stainless steel trim piece. No more rattle. That actually sounds like a nice solid door now. All right, we also have from Corvette Central a nice passenger side mirror. 72 Vets did not come with this. If you've ever driven one of these, you know it's really hard to see out of them. Also comes with a nice stick-on template so you can put it in the same spot as the driver's side. So, peel this off. Tells you where to align it with the top of the door and the front edge of the door. Comes with our base plastic. Couple of expansion plugs. And the final piece is our mirror. Just wrapping up everything on our car, just installed our time-wise speedometer. Everybody on the Great Race needs to use this speedometer. It's highly accurate, actually measures down into the tenths of an inch, but because it's so accurate, it actually has to be pretty big. So it really doesn't fit anywhere in this tiny interior. So I made a bracket, I've got it mounted right up on the steering column here. We did our measurements. Now we need to go make sure that it actually works because this works off of magnets. There's an induction pickup I installed on the driver's front wheel and there's magnets inside and it picks up off of that. So we're gonna head out, give it a test, make sure it works. Starts and idles good. It's like a new car. Well,
A new Corvette, a new 72.
new 72 Corvette, yeah. Can't forget that 50 what years? Oh, it's definitely an improvement.
So, the car feels really a lot tighter than it did before, right?
Absolutely.
And, you know, it rode softly before, but it rode like it was worn out.
Absolutely worn out.
And now it feels kind of taut, but it's not harsh.
No.
It's nice.
Definitely a good choice on the level tube spring. I think you
In the back,
chose.
yeah. And then the front is, we cheated a little with the non-air conditioned springs, so the car wouldn't be too high in the front. And that all seems to be working out pretty well. The shocks, you know, they're just regular Delco shocks. We debated about Bilstein's that might be an upgrade for later, but these feel good.
It feels fine. Honestly, I'm willing to bet this is just as good as when it came off the factory, as far as ride.
So, I mean, overall, the car feels, it's tight, it's running good, it's not loud, it's even with the off-road exhaust.
It's a complete win in my book. I say this is a complete win.
Go down the road pretty comfortably like this. You don't look like you're fighting with the steering at all.
No, it's literally, we're one finger now compared to the two-handed death grip before.
We're doing what, 65?
Yep, good call. 65, 2,500 RPMs. Needles are stable, car's stable.
Rolls right along.
It does.
This came together really well. It would be one of those things, if we had another week.
There's always just one more week.
Yeah, but,
always.
And the car looks good.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, we got one compliment already.
Yeah. This thing absolutely glows in the sunlight.
It does. It really does.
All right, well, that's we're in good shape. Maybe we'll head back and
Still have to put all the livery on it, sticker it for the Great Race, and then we need to deliver it.
all right, well, the checklist is getting short, so I guess we'll head back and try to finish that up.
Back to the shop. Actually pulls pretty good. I mean, it's not, okay, it's not a big block,
Right.
but it does pull pretty good.
All right, I'm going to call that test drive a resounding success. The car's running really well, it drives good, and it's really just behaving itself overall. We're really getting down toward the bottom of our checklist. We got to put the sponsor decals on it, and then tomorrow morning, it's on the trailer and off to the Great Race in Minnesota, and we're done. Well, that's a wrap on our time with this 1972 Corvette. From here, the car ships out to Minnesota for the start of the Great Race, and there Riley Trask will be taking over. She's going to be handling the driving and competition with her co-driver and navigator Joe. Her dad Dane is going to handle tech support because Junior and I are not going to be there. You might remember Riley from the Rev to Repair series that's here on the Hemmings channel. She did that with her dad. You might also know her from O'Reilly's Rebuilds carburetor service. They're going to head across the country to South Carolina, and when the race ends, cokertire is going to take over. They're going to take the Corvette to a bunch of events this summer, including Corvettes at Carlisle and Carlisle, PA. Now, the big news there is this car is going to be part of a giveaway that's going to go on all summer. You can get all the details at hemmings.com/Corvette giveaway. There's no purchase required, but you do have to get your entries in by September 1st. We want to give a big shout out to all our partners on this project, cokertire, Corvette Central, and Zip Corvette Parts. They were a huge help in getting all the stuff we needed to Junior and I to get this car in shape. Now keep an eye on Hemmings socials to watch this car's progress through the Great Race, and also keep watching here on the Hemmings YouTube channel to see what Junior and I work on next. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one.